We often talk about self-confidence as one thing, but in fact, there are two major reasons why somebody might be lacking in self-confidence. And if you're somebody who would like more self-confidence, it is important to understand which category are you in? And it could be that for different things, you're in different categories. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to explain the two main reasons why somebody might be lacking in self-confidence. And also, I want to give you an antidote for each because it's important once you understand the reason to have something to correct that, right? And it depends which one it is as to what works to correct it. By the way, my name's Alexa, and I have a PhD in psychology. On this channel, I talk about lots of things to do with psychology and neuroscience. And I'm mainly interested in people who are under pressure. I mostly work with actors, but I love working with anybody who's under pressure and who wants quick and easy ways to thrive under pressure, to implement things that are very quick and easy to do and that restore your inner balance. So let's get on to it. Confidence, right. So there are two ways that I have found people kind of come to lack of self-confidence. And one of them is probably going to surprise you. The first one is not going to surprise you, which is you haven't done anything. You haven't done something before. And so you're lacking confidence because you haven't done it, right? So if we were to put a name to it, I would say it's lack of competence, right? If you know that you're not going to be competent in something, you haven't done it, you don't know if you're going to be competent, so you lack self-confidence. Okay. Now, if that is the case, then the antidote for that is here's a really simple one. So there's something called a self-confidence anchor. So what you've got to do if you haven't done something before is you've got to do it. But it's not as simple as that, is it? Because if it was, you know, there would be no self-confidence issues. So what you need to do is you need to put your body in a state where it remembers what it felt like to feel confident about something. So how do you do that? Well, you build this confidence anchor. How do you do it? Well, you pick a point, usually on your finger. I advise that it's your non-dominant hand. So if you're writing with your right hand, then choose your left hand, and vice versa. And it's anywhere you like. There's no right or wrong. And and now think about times in your life where you felt really good about yourself, where you felt really confident, and really imagine yourself in those moments. Slow down time, slow breath, and really reimagine that moment. And when you really have it, when you can really put yourself back in that scene, how did it feel like? How did it smell like? What sounds did you hear? You tap that point that you have decided on. And you just keep doing that. Ideally, find 10. And if you could write them down, that would be even more helpful because having that list handy is always a good thing and you'll always be able to refer back to it. By the way, I have got a workbook in the description that you can use for this, and it's got lots of other things as well. So it's free, just download it and you can use it for this exercise. And there's quite a few other things that will help you as well. So that's your confidence anchor. And what it does is it reminds your body what it feels like to feel confident. And now the effect is cumulative. So the more you use this, the more effective it will become. And so try this for a few days. Just initially, just prepare your anchor, just have these memories, and tap that point. Over time, you'll see that the sense of confidence will come in quicker in your body. And then after a few days of doing this, after a few days of preparing your anchor, you'll now be able to use it for anything like that that has that competence thing that you feel like, I haven't done it before, and and there's that sense of your body, sort of protecting itself, right? So whenever you have that kind of issue of self-confidence, use your confidence anchor and you'll have the feeling of confidence, you'll be able to do it, and then it'll be amazing. So that's the first kind of reason why people lack self-confidence. The other reason why people lack self-confidence will surprise you, which is an overcompetence in things. So what can happen sometimes is we become so good at something that we forgot what it felt like to be a beginner, and we forget how good we are. And now all we see are the flaws, all the things we're still doing wrong. You are so competent and so good at something. Like, let's say public speaking. Let's say initially when you started public speaking, you thought you were great. But then as you become more versed in public speaking, over time you realize, oh, I'm doing this wrong and I'm doing this wrong and I'm doing this wrong. And now your inner critic starts really bugging you. And because of that, over time, you start losing confidence in this thing that you're actually objectively super amazing at. Okay. So what's the antidote with that? Well, the antidote, a really simple one. Um, I use an exercise. It's in the workbook, by the way. It's called the Pride Smoothie, and it's for general things, but you can use it for this, whatever it is, this skill that you want to rebuild your confidence in because you're actually overconfident and you've forgotten how good you are. So every day, or whenever you do this thing that you feel critical of, jot down three things that you're really good at with this thing. Every time you do it, just jot down three things that you're really good at. Like public speaking, you might be really good at connecting with your audience, or maybe you're really good at using your voice, or whatever it is. Just jot them down. And over time, you will remind yourself, wow, I'm really good at this. And sure, there's always room for improvement, but it is important that you don't undermine your own self-confidence unnecessarily, because we all have this negativity bias. I talked about it in quite a few other videos, where we have a bias towards things that are more negative than positive, and we turn that against ourselves. We do that to protect ourselves, to keep ourselves safe, but in these kind of scenarios, it is not the right thing. So you need to correct for it using this Pride Smoothie. So I hope you found this helpful. Download the workbook. It's got lots of other things for lots of other situations that might be going against your self-confidence. And yeah, and I hope to see you in the next video.